Hello everybody, Carrot's here. I should start apologising for all the bird noise outside. I've just have to put up with that, sorry. There's lots of birds around chirping. We've got the same crew as usual. We're starting out on the beach. It's still winter and Sam and Judy are at the beach. It's evening and Cara Dreg is still floating around as well. And then we have a quick look at Plumbob Island. There's a little section there where there's bedrooms on each side of a wide hallway where I've put some of those drafting tables. Just put those pictures on the wall while Jeannie sits and reads. You can just get a little peek into one of the bedrooms there to see that red patch of bed. Now back to the beach and see what's happening there. It's Sam chatting with Cara Dreg. Not too sure what's going on with that pair. They seem to be getting quite chummy. But I've discovered that the Dregs actually have a houseboat on that beach. So she's really in her own front yard. Plumbob Island again. I took the opportunity at this point to empty the inventories as much as possible. Here I am removing some of the paintings and drawings from Muriel's inventory. Muriel's lifetime wish is to be master of the arts. This requires her to master the painting skill and the guitar skill. She's been working on the painting skill. Suddenly, the game threw me to this houseboat. I'm not really sure which port it's on, but I think it might be on Port Perilous at the time. There's a fire inside. I was trying to send Hayley there to help put the fire out, but she never actually turned up. It took me a long time to work out that I could use Master Controller to open this up so we could see inside. At first it was just lots of sound effects. Anyway, the firemen's arrived and this sim is well alight, as well as the house. There's 2 toddlers there as well, and that neighbour has come in just for the specific purpose of panicking. It takes a long time to put the sim out. The fireman, being the only fireman or firefighter who's there, is leaving the rest of the house to burn while he puts her out. At least he's got his priorities right, as long as they don't all burn in the end. She looks like she's out. Now it's time to address the main fire. I don't know how this fire started. It was well alight before I actually got the home opened. It's spreading too. There's a bit of sound effects coming through from the game here, so it's not just my talking at this point. You'll probably find some game sounds coming through occasionally throughout this particular video. That fire's taking a while to put out. Just got the one fireman there. Come on, let's panic. Scream and shout. Maybe that'll put the fire out. Uh-oh, here's another fireman turning out to help. I don't have any Sims in the firefighter career, and I've never actually played one for very long, so that's another career that I might have to add to one of my games shortly. So the fire's out. Let's go back to Surf Circle, where Hayley and some of the others, I think Diana is the main one, is going to now teach the toddlers how to walk, talk and potty. They've already been working on their peg box and xylophone skills. I think Wendy, that is Wendy crawling at the moment, being a typical Sim, her mother wants to teach her to walk. So she's gone all the way over to the other side of the room to come back, to come up to her where her mother is waiting to teach her right next to where she was previously sitting. There's still a dog wandering in. Now, Wendy has already learned all of the peg box and xylophone skills at this point. So it's time for her to learn to walk, talk, and potty. We'll just watch a little bit of this, because toddlers can be a bit cute in this game sometimes. It's nice to see them learning their skills. I think Hayley's got pretty high expectations of little Wendy, being able to just walk to her straight away without first trying a few steps while Mum holds her hands. Come on, Hayley, you've got to try better than that. You've got to hang on to her while she starts her first steps. That's the idea. She'll soon be walking now. And there's Jerry working on her xylophone skill. Before I age the toddlers up, I always verify that they have actually completed all their skills by getting them to actually play on the peg box, the xylophone, to make sure there's no bar ahead over their heads to show that they're still learning. And I also put all 9 of their books down on the floor for them to try to read, or to get an adult sim to read to them. Just in case there's a book that they've missed. Quite often you'll think they've finished a book and you'll come back later and discovered that they actually stopped reading about 2 seconds before they finished. And so that book doesn't count as having been read. So it's well worth doing a little check through the books. That's if you want them to read all their books. I always like them to read all the 9 skill books that are available to toddlers before they age up. That's something to get the toddlers to do, and it also, when they get into the child stage, they can start at a higher level, like at level 3, for various skills such as cooking or whatever. There, Jerry's gone across. I think it's Wendy actually that's still learning the xylophone skill. It's Jerry that's getting taught to walk. But they're mixed up. I do that quite often because Wendy is technically the older one, so I should be working on her first, but I started working with Jerry first. So that's Wendy working on the peg box now. She must have finished the xylophone. Jerry's doing quite well with her walking. There's the birds back again. Now she must have learnt to walk, so here's her potty training skill happening now. Little Wendy's still working on her peg box. Oh, Jerry's running across the room. Now you better clean up after her or they'll get that terrible mood that they keep having with dirty rooms around. I must have had that game sped up a bit there for the way that Jerry's walking around. Here we go. Diana and Hayley are now teaching them to talk. So by this stage, they've both learnt to walk and they've both learnt to potty, and now they're both learning to talk. I've got some of the household here in Surf Circle and others across at Plumbob Island. And that's the sky outside. It's become springtime. It's blowing away the winter clouds. Now on Divers Den Island, I've been busily building their resort. And that's Josephine. She's gone there as a testing sim to see that the sims will actually be able to use the resort. So she's got to go in there and try using some of the facilities just to make sure that sims can actually get into the places and do things that they're supposed to do. I put 2 of those surfing station things out in the water so we can try them surfing later. I can only fit a very small pool in because the lot that is on the beach, there's only a very small part of this lot that's actually on the beach. Most of it's underwater. So once I'd put the platform there, that pool is right up against the 2 boundaries of the lot. It was only a small pool. And there's a keg that I've put out there. That's a custom content keg. I think it's from Luna. I thought it'd be a bit of a change from the one that came with University Life. It functions the same way. That's the resort tower that I've put on the roof. I've actually improved it so that it's now got 2 levels. We'll just have a quick look through. There's the wedding centre up in the top left corner. That's where I'm thinking of getting Hayley and Salty to get married. And there in the bottom left corner is a little place there for them to have their tea. That's the tea tables from the old mill set. And there's a bubble bar there at the top, which is now the top left corner. I haven't actually had any Sims using that yet. And that bit in the middle, I made that 2 levels high, that atrium in the middle there. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to have an opportunity to use that shell decor for the walls, which goes up 2 levels. So I had to have a double level room there, and I put a fountain in the middle. As you can see, those blue buffet tables are spread throughout the building. I've put I think there are enough buffet tables in the building now for all but one type of food. And I've got them, most of them are of medium to high level, but there's one, a low cost one there, but the food keeps going bad, so I did actually change it to medium as well. I've got a dance floor and a stereo so they can dance too, but I haven't had anyone dancing there yet. I'll have to get someone to test that eventually. Initially I didn't have any bars in there, and the guests were complaining about having nowhere to drink. So I added some bars, and then there were not enough people there to have a conversation with. There's a tourist there who's going to, I think he looks like he comes from Egypt. And there he is sitting out in the chair. This is the end of the lot that's closest to the ocean end. And they just sit there and stare out over the ocean while they relax in their chairs. And that's a food station there. This is looking at the resort reviews. I've got quite a lot of things already here that they can use and do. But that attendant there, she's just staring into the ocean. There's just a little gap. You see the fence line across there? On this side of the fence is just ocean. That's one of the hotel or the resort employees getting himself a drink at the keg. I added some extra decor to the outdoors as well because the guests were complaining about the decor outside being a little bit plain and uninteresting. There's popcorn and ice cream containers. Now I told the 3 of these Sims, that's Muriel, Diana and Craig, to go to the resort. And then I didn't check. I assumed they'd catch a boat. And after a while I wondered why they hadn't arrived yet. I thought they might have been stuck somewhere, and I discovered that they had decided to swim all the way from Plumbub Island to the resort. At least when Muriel got there, she was really skinny. Makes me almost think I should do some exercise. That's one of the bars I added. That's the bar that I like. That one is from Luna. I didn't even know that was there till I was looking for a bar. And here we've got Josephine and Meryl enjoying the hot tub. At this point, there's only one hot tub on the island. That's that little corner with the tea tables from the old mill set. And those lights, they're also custom content made by Luna. Here we are, we're still on our way. The three of them swimming. I thought I might as well let them swim. They're almost at the island at this point. Just gets a bit of another look around. That small room in the middle is where they cook. It's the kitchen. It's got the industrial oven and other things from that set. I think it's the bistro set. The front door is there as well. We've got bars, and I've also added lots of little tables around for them to sit at if they've been. That's the desk clerk at the front of desk where they have to register to stay at the resort. We're still swimming, but we're just about at the beach, and it's middle of the night by the look of it. I haven't seen any zombies around in this game. There might have been some occasionally, but there's not many. I think probably the game's being too busy with all these islands I've got. It doesn't have time to generate zombies. That's my assumption anyway. I haven't seen many at all the way through. Which doesn't upset me greatly because I'm not terribly fond of zombies. But they can be a bit hysterically funny at times. You got a good clear view there of the end of the resort. See how it just finishes at that fence right in front of where that sim is tending the food stall thing where you can go and buy food. That's important to realise that because later on something happens there. So they get out of the water after that long swim all the way from Plumbub Island, and now the first thing they do is they go for a swim in the tiny little swimming pool. That's a bar that I've put in there that goes with the swimming pool that came with Isla Paradiso as well, and an indoor bar. That's the only guest, apart from the tourists from Egypt, that I've seen staying here, and yet there's about 80 guests registered apparently. That's money coming in from selling their thing, the harvestables that Genie assigned ages ago at the greenhouse and all the other humble harvest stands that I've got placed around. That big doorway there, that goes into that room with the fountain that's at 2 levels high. I thought we couldn't have a resort in the ocean without a tanning booth in case somebody is staying there and it's raining the whole time. They don't see the sun. They need to go home with a tan. The resort's one and only hot tub. Gets a lot of use. There's usually 2 sims in it. That was Josephine just got out, and I think one of the hotel employees is there with her. This is just a view of the side of the resort, and there's what the guests are saying about it. I think that they've decided that the pool is too small, that there aren't enough bars, there's not enough buffet tables because they're missing dessert, and they needed more hot tubs. There's Diana enjoying a cup of tea. I like those lights from Luna. And they're all cheap too. I think they're about $1 to put in the game. That's looking through the windows. They're tinted. The tinted windows came with Into the Future. That's the fire walking pit there that you can see through the fence on that level. There's a shower, and a keg, and a food stall. And that's where they can go surfing, and that's the bar at the little pool. I think I'm going to now get Diana and Muriel and Craig to do a bit of surfing. While they're surfing, sometimes you'll see the seal coming up, and sometimes it seems to attack them. And if they get a big enough fright, they'll actually decide not to be there anymore. They don't want to surf anymore because they almost got killed by the seal. Very scary for a sim sometimes. Just looking at the view around the resort. And here they go, they're swimming out. They've given up on the pool. Now they're going to come out. They've tried the pool out. Now they're going to go and test the wave station for us. Of course, there's 3 sims and only 2 wave stations, so Craig was a bit slow. So he has to stay and wait. while the two lady Sims go and have a nice surf and go into battle with the seals. We'll just watch them do a little bit of surfing for a little bit, just in case you haven't seen this thing in action. There's that seal went through on the right hand side there. You can just see it very quickly. You've got to be quick to notice the seal. It goes real fast. There it is. And again, another seal. It's not good if they collide with the surfer though. They can fall off and get injured. I think the injury is mainly just a big fright. It makes them run away. They don't want to surf anymore after that. It's like when something unexpected happens and you think, oh, lucky I wasn't killed. There she is. That's what happened to her. She fell off because the seal got too close and she thinks she nearly got killed. So she just left it. And now Sam gets a chance to do some surfing. And now you can see little Sam having his surf. Muriel's got skinny, hasn't she? Look at her in the front there with the blue swimsuit on. That's from swimming all the way from Plumbub Island to the resort. Now, after the guest complained about not having enough, the pool being too small, I put an extension on the seaward side of the resort and built a huge pool, and I gave the pool there glass walls so you can see when people or the Sims swimming around in it. So I've extended that uplift at alone where they have their food stall and their seats and everything. So now instead of looking out over the ocean when they're relaxing there, they look into the pool and see who's swimming. Well, I can still see over the ocean because that just looks through the pool. Their view isn't totally blocked. And we've got another bar at that end. See, this pool's much bigger. Makes the guests a lot happier. And I've added an extra buffet table so they've got desserts now. It's another angle. There's a slippery slide thing there with the, or water slide thing, Sharky. And a little place for any toddlers or children to play in the rider, the spring rider, or in the sand pit. There's tables and some decor, ferns and things, and some lights that I've added just to make it a little bit more attractive for the guests. We're after getting a 5-star resort here. No one's using the pool at the moment, but I thought I'd just show you what it looks like. We've got a bartender there looking at after the bar, waiting for somebody to come and order a drink. That's the lower level. I put a few little pretty lights along there and an easel for a Sim to come and paint if they wish. I'll be able to look out over the ocean and paint the ocean views from that position. As you can see straight through that pool. Put windows all around it. Some of the windows I found wouldn't go. The windows I initially wanted to use wouldn't go there, but the other second lot that I used did. I think it's a base game window that I've used. And there's the second hot tub I added. It was the only place I could find that I could squeeze a hot tub in. I had to move something else from that spot to get it in there too. And that's a view from above. And from another angle from above. And that's the resort. Let's hope it meets their requirements. We have a bit of an emergency over at Plumbub Island. A couple of little plant sim boys are about to age up into toddlers, so I thought we'd give them a cake so we could get them to watch them actually age up and have a little party for them. Didn't invite any guests to this party, it's just those who were at home at the time. This is the group that I've got living at Plumbub Island. Although they do go back to Surf Circle occasionally, they get around a bit. Looks like Craig's come home from the resort. That would be Bertie, I think, aging up first. He's the eldest. He can go and play with some of his toddler toys while Benji gets his cake to eat, or not to eat, to blow out his candles and age up. So Judy, his mother, she's going to hold him this time. It was Josephine that held Bertie. Of course, there was plenty of cheering and carrying on here. I had the sound in it, but it's just too distracting. I can turn it down a bit, but I turned it off. And she puts him on the floor. Looks like, yeah, here he goes. Little plant sim boy. Turning into a toddler. So now both Bertie and Benji are toddlers. And the adults, I think they're all still young adults actually, they can all go and eat their cake. Judy Sim has been a young adult for the longest. She's been a young adult ever since University Life came out because I made her as a young adult. Had her in a game and had the aging turned off. I used to play with aging off then. And then I moved her into this game recently. It's a nighttime view of the resort. There we go, Resort Mogul. A game just flicked me across there. I didn't have any control of that. That's why I didn't put my little sign up to say this is back at the resort. Because it looks like we've hidden an island. This must be the island they get for having a 5-star resort. It's coming into view. Looks like a pretty island. It's quite a large island, this one. Don't know if the lot on it is very large, but the island is pretty big. It's called No Trouble Attol, and the lot that's on it is a 60 by 60 lot. So I might be able to do something with that eventually. There it is. It's gradually becoming visible. The fog is gradually lifting from it. It takes a long time for that to happen. But I'd say that this will be getting close to the end of the video now, because this is what we were after. What we were trying to achieve with this video was to uncover the island, and we've done it. We've also seen a few other things happen, but mostly it was all about the resort and getting a 5-star resort. It looks like it's got quite a lot of usable space on this island. I'm not too sure if you can actually add an extra lot on one of these islands. I've tried just to see if I could on another island, and I don't think I could add an extra lot. I think you just stuck with the one lot that it's got. Probably locked somehow. So that's the one hidden island left to get. It's only a little one, but it's going to be a difficult one because we've got to get Sam working on the beach, rescuing Sims. He's done everything else he has to do. He's just got to rescue 35 Sims from drowning now to get that final island. And if you need more confirmation, here's the proof. One satisfied customer gave this review. Very happy with customer service. It's important to respect other cultures. Apparently, Here, it's customary to remove your shoes and then singe the bottoms of your feet. Scary, but I didn't want to insult myself. And I was very happy with the customer service at the spa. And it shows at the top of the screen that it is, in fact, a 5-star resort. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Happy simming. Bye-bye for now. Carrots out.